Hello all, I'm Dean. This is Dean Talks Football. Welcome. So let's get into today's video, shall we? The FA have drawn up a short list of potential candidates to replace Gareth Southgate, who is now going to be offered the chance to return to punditry via TV, where he can watch the World Cup and see England get knocked out at the last 16 stage and say, come on, I did better than that, and agree with everything that Roy Keane says. I agree with Roy. England are shite. Southgate took charge of England back in 2016 with a previously broken squad, which is now broken. However, he did guide them to back-to-back Euro finals and a World Cup semi-final. So let's have a look at the shortlist, shall we? Some of the names in the mix and the hot favourite. Right, let's start with the bookie's hot favourite, and that is no other than England's own Sarina Vigman. Who, you ask? Current manager of England women. Now, before you start, I know what you're thinking. Dean, England would pay like a bunch of women. What's the old man over the other one? Get her in? Well, on that, I've just been interviewed in Burton right now, and that is not as a cook. And it's inevitable that new ground will be broken. At some point, a female will take a job as a manager in the men's game because that's just the way it's going. And the English FA may think, why not let it be us? She's had success in football, winning the European Championships back to back of the Netherlands and England, respectively. But that is the women's game. Completely different ball game to the men's. But I would find it funny as fuck if she got the job just to see Bellingham's face and the rest of them. There'd be more action going on in the dressing room than on the pitch. And they wouldn't even have to worry about getting results because they wouldn't qualify for any tournaments and they get smashed by Spain under 15s 6-0. But that's one to keep an eye on because you can't trust the FA. Don't forget, they had rainbow colours on the emblem. They made it think, let's go the old log. Let's have rainbow coloured jerseys and a female manager to boot. So that, guys, is one to keep an eye on. Next up, we have the current England under-21 manager, Lee Carsley, who delivered success winning the European Championships last year under 21 level. So I'm not sure he'd be the right fit for the England senior team based on that. So that's Lee Carsley. Say no more. Moving on. And next, we have Pep Guardiola. Now, that's never going to happen, as he'd be found out the average quality of the English players. But let's just say he was interviewed by the FA for the England job and they asked, any questions? He'd say, yeah, if you want me to win the World Cup with this lot, get the checkbook out. Because English players could not play without Pep once. You may say, yeah, Foden plays there. Yes, but they've got Rodri. They haven't got someone who can control the midfield against better opposition's midfield, as Spain showed. But before we get carried away with the idea that Pep could get the job, there are two big questions that need answering. One, would someone of Guardiola's stature even be interested in the job? And two, would the FA be happy to concede the level of operational control it demand over England's entire framework? Answer to both, no. Pep would leave quicker than you can say Sam Allardyce. Did somebody say a special one? Imagine a special one, Jose Mourinho, manager of England. But that seems unrealistic because he's recently taken the job at Fenerbahce. And would the FA even appoint someone of such an outlandish character? No, never. They want a yes man, someone who does as I'm told. With Jose Mourinho, on average, only lasting jobs for 3 years. So with England, I'll give it till like during the World Cup, he'd have a falling out and a fight with Bellingham, whether with punches thrown, all out warfare. He wouldn't be able to deliver the trophy because he'd be going home halfway through, and that's Jose Mourinho. And here's a name that he's taken right off that list, and that is Gary O'Neill, because I'm a Wolves fan, and we want to hang on to him. He performed so heroics last season in keeping us up. So moving swiftly on. Now we have the current Newcastle manager, Eddie Howe. Similar to the others on the list, his ability to deliver silverware would be questions, as a solitary championship title back in 2015 wouldn't be enough to convince the daters of his credentials. But then he'd be in good company because England don't win anything. And it's plausible that the FA may well bide the time over approaching now, intently watching how the next few years pan out of his career from afar before bringing him into the fold later down the line. Up next, we have Chuck Norris himself, Graham Potter. And since being dismissed by Chelsea in April 2023, Potter's next career move has been a hot topic of debate. He's rejected Leicester and Ajax twice, so he may be waiting in the wings for the England call. He fosters a type of wholesome playing environment that Southgate was known for, However, he's only won one trophy, and that was the Swedish Cup. So, based on that, there may be reservations. Also, would he be able to deal with the pressure, the expectations, demands of England, much like it was with Chelsea? And up next, we have England old boy and granny lover Wayne Rooney, who is currently at Plymouth. So that rules him out, but he will be available, I reckon, around December time when he sends Plymouth 20 points adrift in the Championship, and he'll get the sack. There's also Gerrard, who I think could be a good fit because he's not a very good manager, and they'd be aided by the group stages in tournaments. And Lampard, I like him; he's a top player. However, that doesn't constitute as a top manager, and I don't think he'd make much more progress than Southgate has shown. So that's your shortlist. If there's any names I've missed or anyone you would like to take the job, put it in the comments and subscribe for more so you don't miss out on any videos. Take care.